It is May 13th. Now, if you see my posts, I actually posted about a week ago that I was actually out here and I was actually removing some POA spots, some big POA spots. So the yard is going to look a little beat up right now at the moment. I actually removed the POA spots and I started planting new grass seed. So it's early enough, it'll be fine. Actually, the grass is actually starting to germinate very, very quickly, and that was about 8 days ago. So if you remember, early spring, I came out and I did the peat moss versus the straw and actually reseeded. As you can see here, the peat moss area actually came in a lot better and faster than the straw area. The straw is still coming in, it's still developing, but as you can see, I still have some little spots here that it is taking a sweet, sweet time to actually come back in. But when you put down straw, like I said, you do not have to go ahead and remove this type of straw. This one is going to break down into the soil. I did not remove anything, and you can still see a little bit of straw residue right up in there, if you can see it. But it is coming in. But to me, peat moss actually wins the race. To me, peat moss works a lot better than the straw, but the straw will work. Like I said, it's two different methods. The straw is more for seeding on slopes and hills because it has the tackifier in there. So once it get wet, it stays in place. It keeps your grass seed in place so you avoid washout. But like I said, now I do got some germination. This was a big, big spot here that had a big clump of POA. I didn't go around the yard. I still have a lot of spots with POA in it, but I was just removing the big, big areas that had the big surrounding POA spots that I could actually just dig out. The POA that's kind of blended in with my grass, I'll handle that in the fall and off season. That's not going to bother me too much. And plus, when the temperatures get hot, POA will die out. I just remove this big, big clumps of POA, but I still have some spots with POA in it. But like I said, it will burn out once the temperatures get hot, and then I'll take care of it in the off season. So right now, came out, I got a cut on the lawn here, and you can see it's still coming in, it's still popping in. Some spots are a little thin here. It'll grow in, but right now I got my first, no, this is my second cut on the lawn. Right now I'm cutting at about 3 inches. When temperatures rise, I will go back up to 3 3/4. I don't like the shortcut, but 3 inches is not too bad for me, but I like the longer look of the lawn. So back here, still a little patchy, but it will grow in. I have to give it around Memorial Day. Normally by Memorial Day, my lawn is dead right, ready to go. So another spot with POA I removed. Another spot here with POA that I removed also. See, reseeded it, broke it up, threw some seed down, peat moss right on top. So we're supposed to get a lot of rain over the next 3 or 4 days here, so I'm not too worried about it. But as you can see, a big area right here in the back of the lawn, some POA. Not gonna worry about it. I'll burn it out in the off season and refix it. So I'm not gonna worry about that. But for the most part, the lawn is looking very, very good, and I'm just gonna continue to build on it. So let's go over to the table. I'm gonna show you what I'm putting down on the lawn and go over a few other things. I'm showing you all the products that I will be using on the lawn this upcoming season. If you've been here, you know I like to time out and put my products down in a certain time of the year. I use a different fertilizer for different applications for a different time point in the season. So early spring, I came out and put down a light little feeding of nitrogen fertilizer. That was a 16010 by Stay Green. I do light feedings early spring just to have some kind of food in the soil for when the lawn actually wakes up. You don't want to pump down a high nitrogen fertilizer, something like a 30 or higher in early spring. I put that fertilizer down March 11th, around March 11th, March 12th. Just a light little feeding. I'll use something like a 10-10-10, a 802, or 16-0-10, but nothing higher than that. Anything higher than that, you're pushing too much growth too fast. So if the soil temps are just waking up around 40, 50 degrees, and your grass roots are not fully woke yet, and you put down a 30 nitrogen fertilizer, that's too much too fast. You're pushing too much growth too fast. You want a nice little light feeding. So last few years, I've been doing light feedings early spring just to have some kind of nutrients in the soil. So when the grass wake up, it can feed. Now, around May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, that weekend, I like to come out and put down my high nitrogen fertilizer. That's when I started using something like a Stay Green Performance Max. I started using this Stay Green lineup in general for the last 2.5 seasons. Why? Because it caught my eye. It had humic acid and sea kelp inside the bag, plus a lot of other nutrients inside their fertilizers. Got curious about it because that's the first time ever seeing those type of nutrients in a big box store fertilizer. So started using it, and if you've been here and you've seen the way my grass was looking, it's all credit to Stay Green. Now here's the kicker. This is not a sponsored video. I buy these products for my own money, but I find these products on sale. So or clearance down. So I'll go in off season, buy something, save it for the next season. So I never pay full price for these products, and they're not given to me. This is all out of my own money. So today I will be putting down my first dose of the Stay Green Performance Max high nitrogen fertilizers. It's a 30-03. Like I said, it's going to give you 6% iron. It's going to give you some sea kelp and humic acid inside there, plus a lot of other nutrients. So now coming over to my summer fertilizer, I'll actually use this Performance Max twice, around, like I said, Cinco de Mayo or today, May 13th. And I'll use it late June. I'll get one more feed in late June, early July, right before 4th of July. And then that'll be it for that Performance Max. Then once the temperatures rise and it gets real hot, and I want to just give my lawn a nice little feeding and get a nice little dark green look, I'll go to the Stay Green Fast Acting Iron. This is going to be my substitute for Ironite. Normally I'll put the Ironite down, but once I seen that Stay Green was offering iron, and I looked at the ingredients, this reminds me of the old school Ironite, where it had 20% iron inside the bag. This has 20%. The old school Ironite had 20%. The new formula on Ironite has 9.9%. So I like that dark green look. So like I said, this is double. This is the old school Ironite. I have videos where I use the old school Ironite on the channel. Man, my grass was dark green. I'm talking about pop, and it popped really nice. Looked real good. So instead of going Ironite, I'm using the Stay Green, and this is currently on clearance or on sale. You can find it cheaper than Ironite. Like I said, you can save yourself some money. So I'm going to be using that one around after 4th of July. Like I said, after I use this one, when it gets real hot, 95 degrees, 100 degrees, you can put this down. It won't burn your lawn because it's a 101. So it has the ingredients of Ironite also. 101. This one is competing with Ironite. Now coming over here, Stay Green is offering a full line of products. You have your lawn aerator. This is a 2-in-1 soil conditioner plus iron supplement. It's a 100. Like I said, humic acid, sea kelp, all this stuff. This is going to help soften your soil, keep your soil nice and soft, so your roots can grow stronger. Then you have your lawn multi-nutrients here. This is a 401. It's a 3-in-1 fertilizer plus soil conditioner, micronutrient supplement. This is the first time that I've actually seen a full line of product that offer a little bit of everything for each application. Normally you have to go online, buy a lot of these high fancy products just to get all of this type of lineup, like a liquid, iron, and a fertilizer with humic acid and sea kelp inside. So seeing that you can go in the big box store and buy these products, me personally, I don't like to wait. I will order some items, but I like to do things on the spur of the moment. If I go out walking the lawn and I say, hey, I want to drop down some fertilizer, or I want something now, I like to go to the store and get it and put it down that same day. I might not feel like doing it tomorrow or the next day. So, you know, ordering something, you know, it takes about 1 to 2 days to get here, or 3 days, whatever, how long it takes to get here. I might not feel like doing it in those days. I want to do it now. So I want to go pick up something now. So I stick with a lot of big box store items. So, you know, some days I have my lazy days where, hey, if I feel like doing it today, I might not feel like doing it tomorrow. So that's just how it goes. So now also seeing that Stay Green also offers Performance Max Multi-Action Crabgrass Killer. This is a crabgrass killer and it prevents. So this is a 2-in-1. So this is the first time I've seen this product offer from Stay Green. This is a 001. This is going to be comparable to that Let's Go Stonewall, and it's a Let's Go something else. I know one is offered at Home Depot, one is offered at Lowe's. So once I seen that Stay Green had a product that compared to that, I said, let me give this a try. It's going to give you 1% potassium inside of it, just like the Let's Go brand, and it's way cheaper. This one has 2,4-D in it, has dicamba, dithiopyr, and quinclorac. Quinclorac is what's going to kill crabgrass. The dithiopyr is going to be your pre-emergent. The 2,4-D is going to kill all the other weeds, and the dicamba also. So normally I would use my Spectracide for that type of application of pre-emergent. But once I seen that Stay Green offered it, and it also has the nutrients inside also, I said, let me keep it all Stay Green. Got this one on sale also. So I will be using that as a pre-emergent. Once my grass fully develops, those other little seedlings actually develop and get cut, then I'll put down this pre-emergent just to stop anything else from germinating. So I'll use this one early spring going forward. I'll use it in the summer also, and I'll use it in the fall. So I'm gonna use it 3 times just to make sure I knock out whatever's in there, make sure any weeds don't germinate. And also I'll use it, like I said, in the fall to keep that POA away once I kill it off. Now, after doing all of that digging out of the POA, I discovered that I had some grubs over here. And if you've seen the post, I had a couple grubs. So I had some grubs in the right side of the yard over here once I was digging, and then I had some grubs on the left side of the yard once I showed you over there. So I'm just gonna assume that there's grubs active in the whole lawn. So now that's when I'm gonna come out now today. I'm gonna put this Bio Advanced 24-hour Grub Killer Plus down. If you remember, I showed you the video between the Grub Killer Plus and the Scott's Disease X. I got active grubs right now. I'm going with the 24-hour killer. If you don't have active grubs, you can use the Scott's Disease X. The Scott's Disease X is more like a preventer. This is a curative. So I'm gonna spread that down today. You can spread all your product down on the same day. So I'm gonna spread down my fertilizer today. I'm gonna spread down my Grub Killer Plus today, and I'm gonna put down my disease killer, well, my disease control. Some people say, oh, you're putting it down too early. I'd rather be early than late. Why? Last time I waited and put down my disease control in like the first week of June, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm fine, I don't have a fungus. And then the next day I came outside, I started seeing spots on my lawn. A fungus will pop up overnight. It could be already brewing and you don't even know it. And you go in the house, come back the next morning, and you got a fungus going. So I don't wait until the heat index with the temperature and the humidity hit 150. No, I'm putting my stuff down now because you got to give it time to break down into the soil. All these products, these granular products, need to be watered in. So you put down your Disease X, let it water in. It's going to break down. It's going to absorb into the grass roots. The grass roots is going to start to build that protective layer onto the grass blades itself. That's what's going to give you the protection. So you got to give it a chance to break down. Now it says it's going to start working in 24 hours. I think that's, you know, I think it's a little fabricated. You got to give at least 3 days. That's what I'm gonna say. 3 days for any of these granular products to really be absorbed into the plant. 3 days. So liquids, yes, they will work in 24 hours because it's already in its purest form as a liquid. It goes right on top of the grass. These granular products, when they say, oh, working 1 to 2 days, no. You got to give at least 3 days. Water it in, make sure it's in your yard, and then it'll start, you know, about 3 to 5 days. That's when you start seeing the results. So I'm going to get this down today. So you can go ahead, you can put down your Grub Killer, your disease control, and your fertilizer all in the same day. It won't harm your lawn. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And like I said, order all your products in and then you go from there. So let's go ahead and get some of these products down now. All right, so first putting down my Grub Killer Plus here. Now for this product, these bags are gonna cover 5,000 square feet. So I am gonna be using half the bag today, 2,500 square foot of coverage. And when I say you can put them down all the same day, yes, put them all down the same day, but separate applications. So you're gonna put down one first, spread it down, use the next one, spread that one down, then the next one, spread that down. Don't blend them all in at the same time because you're not gonna get even coverage. So put them all down the same day, but one at a time. And if you just planted grass seed, it's okay. You can still spread them down on newly seeded lawn. So I just want to explain that to you. So this is the Grub Killer Plus. This is how it looks. This is gonna kill a couple other bugs too, but I'm not too concerned about other bugs. I just want the grubs to be killed off. So let's go ahead and spread this one down now. Like I said, half the bag. This bag covers 5,000 square feet. I'll use half the bag. Always stay in the prevent stage. That keeps the problems away. So when you're prepared, you don't have to get prepared. All right, last but not least, now it's time for my fertilizer. Now this is the big boy right here. This is how it looks. And you see that I'm not weighing it out, but I've been using it so much and so long. In this spreader, I could kind of tell where it needs to be at for the proper amount. And that's pretty much right about there. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys got some information from it. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. As you can see, I spread down all three products on the same day. Yes, you can do that, just different applications. Do not mix the products because you will not get an even spread. But if you do them separate applications, it's okay to put them down the same day. So normally right now I would go ahead and water it in, but we're getting some rain for the next few days. So I'm trying to time it up with Mother Nature. So hope you guys enjoy. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I think it's important to show you guys all the steps and the progress. I showed you early spring how the lawn was looking beat up. Right now, still looks a little bit beat up, but we're making progress. So by the end of May, early June, everything should be nice and green, filled in real nice, and we'll continue on with the journey. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again.